Woo-wee! What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Economic Lifestyle. I'm happy to have you here, and as always, I'm happy to help you reach your financial goals. Now that we have a good understanding of how the stock market works from the last video, if you haven't watched it, I'll leave a link in the description below. I want to share with you the top 4 mistakes I see a lot of beginners make while investing their money in the stock market. These are mistakes I've made in the past when I first started, and I want to make sure you don't make the same mistakes. Alright guys, the first mistake I see a lot of beginners make is never taking the time to invest in themselves first. A lot of people think they know it all just from watching a couple YouTube videos or hearing their friends talk about it. By investing in yourself, I mean reading books about stocks, going to seminars, or learning from experienced mentors. Overall, just learn as much as you can before you jump straight into the stock market. Because I promise you, you will lose more money than you gain in the long term. Just like anything in life, you must learn about it before you can earn anything from it. Remember, my friends, knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more confidence you will get, which in turn will help you make better decisions in the stock market, which ultimately makes you more money. So invest in your financial educations and learn all the basic fundamentals of investing in the stock market first. Which leads us to the second mistake, which is buying shares from companies you don't research. Things you have to research about the companies: the balance sheets, quarterly earnings, fundamentals, and annual reports. The most important thing is stop following the crowd. Now don't get me wrong, there's no problem listening to them, but don't base your decisions on it. Because remember, at the end of the day, you are the one investing your hard-earned money on a stock. There are so many stocks I didn't invest in the past because of someone else's opinion. And when I look at the same stocks today, they have doubled or even tripled in the past years. Make your own decisions, my friends. And don't just buy a company because everyone else is talking about it. Do your research. The next mistake beginners make is failing to diversify their stock portfolios. Diversification of portfolio simply means you're spreading your money to at least 5 to 10 stocks. By doing this, in the worst case scenario, if one of your stocks goes down and never recovers over the long term, then at least you didn't put all your money in that one stock. Do not forget, in the stock market, there's always a risk of losing money. That's why you should never have all your money in one stock. You should also understand about diversifying the stocks in your portfolio by different stock sectors. For example, you might want 40% of your portfolio divided into tech stocks like Alibaba, Apple, Facebook, and maybe 20% in semiconductor stocks like Nvidia and AMD, and then 20% in healthcare, and another 20% in industrials. But please understand that I'm just showing you this as an example. By no means am I telling you what stocks or stock sectors you should invest in. You make your portfolio the way you feel is right for you. The reason you want to diversify into different stock sectors is because at some point in time, one sector can get hit hard with bad news on social media. And every stock involved in that sector will fall down. And if all your money was in one sector, all your money goes down as well. So bottom line is, always diversify your stock portfolio because it's a good risk management strategy from losing a lot of your hard-earned money in a worst-case scenario. And finally, the biggest mistake I see a lot of people make in the stock market is being very impatient. A lot of beginners always think short term and they want to get rich quick. A lot of beginners put their money in a stock, and once the stock goes down, they decide to quit. I am terribly sorry to inform you that the stock market is not a get rich quick scheme. Yes, it's true, you can make a lot of money, but it happens in the long term, about 5 to 10 years, as your money continues to grow and build in time. It really frustrates me when I see beginners invest in the stock market, and after 5 months they don't see any results, and all of a sudden they sell and quit. And all of a sudden, once the time passes 3 years later, that same stock they sold out of gets doubled or even triples. I'll end it with this. In the stock market, it's possible to earn more than 100% or even 300% of your investment. But just understand, like everything in life, it takes time and it just doesn't happen overnight. If you research the companies you invested in well and continue to add small amounts of money over time, I promise you, you will earn good money in the stock market long term. Woo-wee! And that's all we have for today's video, my friends. If you found this video helpful, please like and share. Comment what you think. Subscribe and hit the notification bell button. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace!